Is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Thank you, Patricia. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, January 14th. I'm Tori in for Jeff. I look just like him.
I love the jumpsuit you're wearing today.
Thank you. I'm going for a risky move today. It's a full jumpsuit, if you guys want to see.
Yeah, I love it.
And I'm going for it. I'm just going to head into it with confidence.
Well, you did it.
Yeah.
You don't sound confident.
No, not at all. I am here with Stephanie and Al. They're joining me. Let's get started. Joe Biden's
You look like
president.
you should be bringing animals onto the Johnny Carson set.
Watch this. Ready? Johnny, this is a striped-tailed lemur. Oh, that was good. All right, Joe Biden's presidential inauguration is set to be a star-studded event. Today, it was announced that Lady Gaga will sing the national anthem at the swearing-in ceremony. Jennifer Lopez will also perform. In a separate event, Tom Hanks will host a primetime TV special called Celebrating America. Demi Lovato, a vocal critic of President Trump, announced she will take the stage. And Justin Timberlake will perform a new song that is featured on with Grammy nominee Ant Clemens. Al has a lot to say about Justin Timberlake, so we'll get to that in a second.
Like JT,
Despite the star power, the inauguration will be very pared down. The entire National Mall in Washington, D.C. will be closed to the public. I've never seen that in my life. This is my hometown. It's insane. There's a huge fence up also. January 20th is, of course, the inauguration, and due to security concerns, the parade and the ball are going to be virtual. I believe also the security, not to bum everyone out, is now up to, I believe, 20,000 National Guard troops that you've seen maybe sleeping in the Capitol with sort of nowhere to go until January 20th, and there's threats of violence before that. But let's get back to the inauguration in a happier way. J-Lo, Lady Gaga, thoughts?
This could be for me. Obviously, I'm going to stick to the happy side of this for a moment.
Please do.
This day could not come quick enough for me. I'm very ready for the new era of hopefully America. I'm praying for, and I love.
She
Jennifer
keeps going up at the end.
I'm trying to be positive about that. But I love Jennifer Lopez. She's a woman with like endless talents. She's just killed the past like 12 months, even though it's been like a really awful one. We saw her do the Super Bowl. I watched her welcoming us into New Year's Eve on the ball drop, you know, in New York. Fantastic. Now she's gracing us with her presence here. Fabulous. And we're also forgetting another major celeb that's going to see us. Bon Jovi is going to be performing. Hello.
Living on a Prayer.
Yes, at 8:30. Right? I cannot wait to watch on TV or online or wherever I can see. So I'm excited for the performance to like kick off 2021 for me.
I completely agree. Here's my thought, and let me know your thoughts too, Al. I just hope Gaga, who I'm obsessed with, and also paired with Biden during sexual assault awareness, because they've both been very open about that. I hope she doesn't like, say, you know?
That's what you're worried about?
Yeah, I don't want her to overdo, because she's such a beautiful voice.
It just kind of shows you how spoiled we are as a public, in that they announced the lineup, and as you were mentioning them, Tori, I was like, those are 3 of the last 5 Super Bowl halftime.
Yes.
Because Justin Timberlake was at the Super Bowl I was at, and J-Lo was the last one, and Gaga was I think 4 years ago.
Yeah, when she jumped off, you're right.
Right, and caught the football. So I don't know, that's a pretty decent lineup, buddy.
It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, well, you can also call Anne Hathaway anything, but just don't call her Anne. Yeah, this is crazy. I saw this yesterday. So the actress revealed on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, she hates the name Anne. She says she used the name when she applied for her Screen Actors Guild card when she was 14. That's like Hollywood's union, basically, but says in reality, no one calls her that. Well, almost no one. Take a look.
The only person who ever calls me Anne is my mother, and she only does it when she's really mad at me, like really mad. Because the truth is, nobody's comfortable calling me Anne ever. It doesn't fit. It's not, I'm an Annie. Yeah, and so people call me like Miss H, people call me Hath, so feel free, call me anything but Anne.
It's weird because I'm a I don't know if you guys know this. Oh, look at that lovely piece of hair. I'm a Victoria, and my mom chose not to do a Vicky, but to do Tori, and when someone calls me either Victoria or Vicky, it's like I'm not that person.
I can't see you as a Vicky at all.
Can you imagine?
No, not at all.
Can you imagine?
But see, I think I could go both ways. I know that sounds strange, but you know,
let's take that out of context.
Hey, look, 2021.
There you go, baby.
Whatever.
That's right.
You know, my family mostly calls me Albert. My mom calls me Albert. So it's weird.
Your mom still does.
Still does. So,
I love the name Albert.
I do too.
I think it's wonderful.
I do too.
So weird. And then in stand-up, which I have been doing for 15 years, for whatever reason, I became a first and last name. So somebody would be like, oh, Al Jackson just left.
Yeah, you
which
are.
Which is very weird.
You're very Al Jackson.
But I never was like, call me Al Jackson like I'm at the DMV. I don't understand it.
You know who?
So you didn't make that active choice?
Not at all.
It just fell into it.
I thought that was because it's kind of like, you know, I get, like, I think the name Albert's kind of a bit older, isn't it? And
I think
Al
it's
is
an
a bit
older
younger,
English name, is it not?
I thought Al was just because it's like younger.
Yeah, now think about it. Who are the 2 very famous British, the Queen Victoria and Albert?
That's
Victoria
right.
and Albert. There's a museum. There's a whole lot.
Now, Steph, I feel like it's 3 names because if somebody's like, oh, is Steffi coming? Somebody would say that.
I think people only call me Steffi if they really love me. I've discovered. Like, not many
sometimes
people
call you Steffi.
Not many people call me that. But I'm sorry to any other Anns out there. I'm Anne with an E too. My middle name is Anne.
Oh, really?
And I hate it.
Really?
And like,
why?
I don't mind the name Anne on other people, but I was just like, what was my mother thinking? Steph Annie Anne.
Oh, that's a great call.
Stephanie
Anne is a lot of Anne.
It's like the same name twice. And then also, I've got a really long surname, so I had to drop half of my surname because when I moved to America, my agent was like, no one's going to remember all this. It's too much.
Wait, now please tell everybody what a surname is.
So my full name is Stephanie Ann Rycraft Jones.
That's a last name, surname. Yeah. Wow.
Long.
Stephanie Ann.
Long. Exhausting.
Really quick, did you know the mayor of Providence once was Bud Cianci, married Nancy Ann?
I was at Brown when Buddy Cianci was there.
Well, her name was Nancy Cianci. I think that's amazing. So anyway.
It's awful.
I know. All right, we're going to turn here to a little bit of some sad news in the world of showbiz. Famed illusionist Siegfried Fischbacher, known for the magic duo Siegfried and Roy, has has died. He passed away in his Las Vegas home yesterday of pancreatic cancer. He was 81. Now, you'll remember his longtime partner, Roy Horn, died last May due to COVID-19 complications. Wow, I forgot about that. The pair headlined the Mirage in Vegas for 13 years until, of course, an accident with one of the lions left Roy partially paralyzed. They were known for their extravagant illusions involving big cats like lions, tigers, and cheetahs. I saw this at the Mirage, and they would make tigers disappear. I thought it was amazing. I mean, probably awful to the animals, and I'm glad that we've evolved to know that. Yeah. But I just thought they were everything about Vegas.
They were, and they entertained a lot of people. I mean,
every night.
Yeah.
They had a rough last couple of years, guys, but what a life. They found each other.
You're right.
They were both into lion taming. They made $1 billion in Vegas and kind of passed around the same time. I'm sure they felt incomplete without the other one.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a home run.
Wow.
Obviously, you hate to see people pass away, but it's the end for all of us. So
Siegfried, we hope you have the tigers in the sky. Coming up on DBL, from RuPaul's Drag Race judges Michelle Visage and Carson Kressley, they dish on what it's really like working on TV's hottest reality competition show. But first, Tiger Woods' other woman, Rachel Yucatel. She's breaking the silence for the first time in 10 years, and she's telling Erica all about it. Welcome back to DBL. 10 years ago, Rachel Yucatel was a household name thanks to her affair with Tiger Woods. Well, now she's telling her side of the story in a two-part HBO documentary called Tiger. Erica talked with her earlier in today's DBL Spotlight.
I was unfaithful. I had affairs. I cheated.
Rachel Yucatel, girl, Your name has appeared in the tabloids probably more times over the decades than you would like, but you're here to tell your side of the story and to set the record straight. I mean, it's really hard to believe that it's been 10 years since news broke of your affair with Tiger Woods. What has happened in the past 10 years? Like, how did it all go down for you 10 years ago?
My life was somewhat private, and then, you know, to see yourself all over every tabloid, all the way to Australia, to India, really, and everything from, you know, people gossiping about the way you look to who you're dating. You know, it becomes a very different life. And then not only was it for public fodder 10 years ago, but all the way until today, you know, so it's really changed my life.
So what has the backlash been like? Because I think there was a misconception by a lot of people that you were enjoying this, quote, 15 minutes, but this has been 10 years. So there had to have been a lot of backlash on your end.
Well, there's nothing enjoyable about it. I think that people think it's enjoyable to be in the spotlight, but not when people are talking about you in such a negative way. To not be able to get credible jobs, to not be able to sustain relationships that are credible because you have such a stigma about you. I think people should really try that before they like to comment. For 10 years, I've gotten the anger of everybody that's ever been cheated on, you know, every woman scorned, man scorned. And at some point you say, okay, enough. I deserve to have a voice.
Here he was in my bed, and he was my Tiger.
What is your biggest intention, or what are you hoping to achieve by speaking out this one time?
In the absence of truth, people create an idea of who I am and what happened. And I think that's been really unfair to me and really unfair to the situation. And there shouldn't be any judgment after, you know, they see the documentary. Hopefully, I can get out of this cloud of being so threatening to everybody. That was really, you know, all there was to it.
But you weren't the only woman that Tiger Woods was involved with in an extramarital affair before ending his marriage. Why do you think that people focus so much on you?
So I think the focus remained on me was because I was the only one that didn't speak. I think everyone else, there was more facts to, right? You know, so there was the waitress, and there was the porn star, and then there was me, who, there was all these different things about me that other people had written about, and I had never really come out and said my own story.
So in the 10-year saga, do you have any regrets?
Everything I've ever been through makes me who I am. And I am a really, really, really strong person. And I know some major lessons because of who I am. And, you know, I don't want to live as a discount version of myself anymore. And I refuse to do so. So I am not going to live in the first act of my life anymore. And I'm going to choose to go into the second act of my life. And I would like my own comeback story. And I think that other people have gotten theirs, and I'd like to have my own.
Well, Rachel, you could tell, I really appreciate you spending time with us on DBL. I appreciate your transparency, and you know, you're not going to please everybody, and everybody's always going to have something to say. But the fact that you are taking ownership over your story, especially on your way to your comeback, is something I can appreciate, and anyone who's had a major setback in their life might be able to find some appreciation and grace in that too. So thank you, Rachel. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Don't miss the rest of Rachel's emotional story in part 2 of Tiger, airing this Sunday on HBO. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to DBL. 2021 kicked off with the premiere of Season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And earlier, Sam caught up with two of the show's judges, Michelle Visage and Carson Kressley. That's today's Chatting with the Stars.
In a world full of shade, we all shine through. When they go low, we go high. Because, girl, you cannot keep a good queen down.
Michelle Visage and Carson Kressley, welcome to DBL. So, of course, we all love some RuPaul's Drag Race here. But for those who have not seen the drag competition reality show, Michelle, break it down for them. Can you explain what makes the ultimate drag queen?
It's not just, being fashionable. It's about confidence. It's about charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. It's about authenticity and vulnerability. Those are the things that suck me in completely. You will own my heart if you can deliver all of those things.
Now, Carson, we all know that you have a serious eye for glam. So tell us, what are some do's and don'ts when it comes to drag?
Well, I think because this is the Olympics of drag, you've got to do your homework and be prepared when you arrive. You better bring the right stuff. You better be prepared to show it off properly. Make us fall in love with you. And I think all of that, boils down to, like Michelle said, confidence and personality, and show us how you do the art of drag.
What changes can fans expect this season?
The beauty of working with our production company, World of Wonder, and our incredible channel, VH1, was that they didn't want it really different. They wanted people to feel a safety, a security in knowing that their favorite TV show was not only there, but delivering what they expect of our show. And I think the fact that we had to bubble and we did our quarantining, we were so strict, probably the strictest set you've ever seen in television. I'm going to go on the record to say that it cost more money and more time for these people to do it the right way, but we were tested 3 to 4 times a week. We couldn't go on, not even near the set, if we didn't have a shield and a mask on.
Kudos to you guys for not only delivering an incredible show, but for also just really making the world more empathetic and more inclusive. And I think that's something at the end of the day, when you go to bed at night, that's got to make you feel really, really good. So the guest judges on Drag Race have been epic, of course, right? So Carson, who would be your ultimate celebrity judge choice?
I think at the top of the list would be Dolly Parton. I'm such a fan of hers, and I feel like she's been like the world's guardian angel, even more so now than before. If there's a God, please let Dolly show up next year.
From your lips to God's ears. Michelle and Carson, thank you so much for joining us here at DBL. DBL Nation, catch season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race on VH1. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for some sweet, sweet deals. I'm trying to get a vibrato going. Earlier, Steph showed me some amazing products at even better prices. Here's today's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. All right, Steph, what do you have for us today?
So this is the Odyssey Mind and Body Motion Activated Sanitizer and Soap Dispenser. It's stunning. It's got a motion detecting soap dispenser which serves perfectly as like a modern way for increasing sanitation in your home while reducing mess and cleanup time. So normally this is as much as $50, but we've got it for $19. 62%, Tori. Next up, I've got the perfect item for people working from home, and these have got your name all over them, Tori.
Always.
If you're on your computer all day, you know, it's the 2-pack Blue View blue light blocking glasses, and they filter nearly 80% damaging blue light and HEV light from your phone and computer screen. They can also come in your choice of reading magnification.
Oh, awesome.
So that's really handy.
Yeah.
So normally it's as much as $50, but we've got two for $19, 62%. Now, Tori, if you're like me and you made a resolution to be more fit and healthy this year, here's the way to do it. It's with the Empower Fit Pro smartwatch with an interchangeable band set. So it's got health functions that include your temperature, heart rate, blood pressure, and you can even connect it to your phone for incoming call and message notifications. So normally it's $130. We've got it, are you ready? For $39, saving 70%. Your skin's gonna be flawless without having to leave your home. It is the Glossmetics Luxe 4-in-1 Sonic Facial Cleansing and Exfoliating Set. The dirt and debris will be thoroughly buffed away, leaving nothing but soft, smooth, glowing skin with this set. So it's water resistant for easy use in the shower. It comes with 4 different interchangeable brush heads. So normally this is $130. We've got it for $20, saving 85%.
You too can snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. Again, if you're like me, just do it on your smartphone. You can go to morningsave.com right there. Quick correction, Roy Horn was actually attacked by a tiger in 2003, not a lion, and we wish he and Siegfried all the best, and I'm sure at some point they are glad to be back together again. That's amazing.
They're out there swirling in the heavens. I like it. They spent a lifetime on Earth, and they had a heck of a run, so shout out to them.
It was a crazy show. It was a great show. Well, we hope this show is just as good, if not better. DBL's new every day. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
Thank you.